Hi, my name is Nick Kirpsek, and I'm going to be discussing today the media ecology theory. And what that really talks about is that the medium that we're using to communicate our message is actually more important than the message itself. And to touch base about that a little bit, are the four different eras: the tribal era, the literate era, the print era, and the electronic era. The tribal area was very important in its time, where you were only able to communicate with the people within your tribe or within your group or culture or community, and not really able to communicate outside of your group, other than a select few. So your message or communication was very limited to just your central group. After that, they moved into the liberate area, and what that meant is we were able to really communicate with different types of people, in different ways, where they started to speak the same language or started to learn different languages. That way you could pass a message on from group to group or community to community or tribe to tribe, and really make it more understanding to other people within that culture or group or area. After that era, we moved to the print era, which is exactly as it sounds. They started to print books and newspapers and be able to write things down, send it to different parts of the area, where you didn't have to necessarily hear it from the source, where you were able to read it in different parts of the world or different parts of that central area, and not have to almost have a messenger go and speak the words, and communicate the message. After that, we adapted into, I'd have to say, quite lately into the electronic era, with avenues of different online sources. Facebook being one now. Online news, Vindy, our local Vindicator, all of its press is now online, where people around the world can use that information, and so you're not so restricted to just your general area, which before where they were. So I actually have a story. I was down in Florida, and there was an Amber Alert. And being that I am an Apple user, I use the iPhone. All Apples, if you allow it, you actually receive an Amber Alert, and it's a distinct ring that is given and alerted to your phone. And I was sitting actually by the pool down in Florida, and all of a sudden there's like this alarm going off, and I didn't know what it was until I realized that there was an Amber Alert on my phone, and all the different people that were sitting around who all had Apple devices were given that same message. And I think that was really important, because that's such an important message that they actually have its own distinct avenue of reporting a problem just like that. So I do believe that this is actually a great thing, is media ecology, because sometimes the message isn't as important as the actual way you're going about putting out that message. If it's something, I stubbed my toe today, the whole world doesn't need to know that I stubbed my toe. But if I was in a gunfight today, I could post it on, social media, and that would obviously probably go viral. But really, nobody cares about my stubbed toe. So there's different avenues that you can use to help and make a message more important or less important. So thank you very much.